Hi, I'm Sherry.
I'm Corey.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Amy.
Women in the workplace have been working hard to equal with their male counterparts for as long as they've been allowed in the workplace. Although this discrimination is common in all types of professions, today I'm going to talk about one specific area, professional sports. 1972's Title IX legislation required schools with federal money to provide equal opportunity and funding for male and female sports programs. But according to the Women's Sports Foundation, as of 2013, female college athletes receive $183 million less than males in NCAA athletic scholarships. This division is seen equally across high school funding and professional sports pay. I'm going to be sharing some main examples of the wage gap in women's professional sports, like the Women's National Basketball Association, the tennis wage gap, and the U.S. women's soccer team. Professional sports are a major part of American culture, but as we can see, some athletes do not get the treatment they deserve. The Women's National Basketball Association, or the WNBA, was created in 1996, 50 years after the Male National Basketball Association, or the NBA. Before then, American female basketball players had to move across the world to places like Europe if they wanted to continue playing basketball after college. A major topic in professional sports this summer is NBA free agency trades and deals. For example, NBA star Kevin Durant signed only a 2-year deal to move teams worth $54 million, about $27 million a year. In comparison, the highest paid WNBA player can make $107,000 only if they have been playing in the league for at least 6 years. Although the Kevin Durant deal was a shock to the NBA, it's just a piece of the major salary seen across the league. In 2014, the average NBA salary was $4.5 million a year. In comparison, the average WNBA salary was only $72,000. A good salary for the average American, but not a professional basketball player. In fact, the women of basketball make only 1.6% of what men make. The difference between the NBA and WNBA salaries may seem like an extreme case, so let's look at other sports to see if the trend continues. In the wage game of professional sports, there's one bright spot. Female tennis players have the best chance of earning equal pay to their male counterparts. In 2007, the Wimbledon tournament began providing equal prize money to men and women. At a first look, it seems like female tennis players are treated equally. Tennis stars Maria Sharapova and Serena Williams were the only 2 women to be a part of the Forbes World's 100 highest paid athletes. On average, women make more than men in tennis, $345,000 compared to $260,000. But when looking at the highest earners, the top female only makes 54% of the top male. There is one team that is taking action against the wage gap. In April of 2016, members of the United States Women's National Soccer Team filed a wage discrimination act against USA Soccer. The filing stemmed from a report showing that the women's team generated more money for U.S. Soccer than the men's team, but was still paid less. Star goalie of the women, Hope Solo, said, "We continue to be told we should be grateful to have the opportunity to play professional soccer and get paid doing it." One main example of the women's frustration of their earnings is the 2015 Women's World Cup. The U.S. women's national team was awarded $2 million as a team for winning the World Cup. In comparison, the U.S. men's national team finished 11th in their last World Cup and was awarded $9 million. The 2014 Men's World Cup winners of Germany received $35 million as a team. Another staggering figure is the amount that the U.S. women and U.S. men of soccer are paid for their international games, referred to as friendlies. If the women win all 20 of their friendlies in a year, each player will receive $99,000. In comparison, the men would earn more than double for winning all 20 of their games, $263,320. What makes that even worse is if the men were to lose all 20 of their games in the year, they would still earn more than the women, $100,000. Basically, the men are paid more just to show up than the women are paid to be the best in the world at their sport. Sadly, the wage gap in sports is not an easy fix. Outside of U.S. soccer, a large reasoning for the wage gap is because the revenue for the women's sports is not there. Even in the World Cup, the women's event brought in much less money with ticket sales and television viewers than the men. It can be up to us to help cut the gender wage gap in professional sports. Some ways you could do this would be by showing support to women's teams. This could be in forms of attending a game, watching a game on television, or buying their merchandise. By doing these things, we can show the sports industry that female athletes are athletes just the same as men and should be treated as such. Thank you for your time.